Alright, hello everyone to the Fortnite Gold games here. Uh, I'm Cody, just casting the Overwatch games. And now I'm casting the Fortnite games. Apologies if the audio is a little weird. I had to jerry-rig something here. But I'm looking forward to seeing the Madison Eagles Gold team playing out here.
As of right now, there's probably maybe a 30-second window in between me pressing start match and matchmaking being closed for a minute. Okay, we'll get into the next one then.
Alrighty. Had to fix a couple audio things here. So I'm gonna be casting. I'll have to warn you ahead of time. I'm not a big Fortnite guy. So we're gonna try our darndest to see what everyone's got. Um, and go into it. So the Eagles did win last week. If you were able to see that, pretty tight game, I think altogether. Um, and see how that we're gonna see how it's gonna go here because I'm excited. I'm excited to see the Eagles possibly win again. It's gonna be a pretty tough match. See if the marbles are streaming at all. Oh, looks like they're not. You can check out the marbles. It looks like they weren't able to make it to that game. Uh, See where they're dropping. It looks like fix a couple things. Apologies again for the little bit of a messiness, but I think we're in a good position. See, they're dropping in. Let's get a quick look at Swim here. Dropping in at the stronghold, getting a couple weapons, making sure to uh, get that loot, get the materials to be ready. So, as you may know, we're going to be gathering our information, gathering what we can, that we can get ready for it. We have Chef YETI here as well. We have Swim. We have ClutchMJ as well from the Eagles team. Like I said, unfortunately, it looks like the Marvels weren't able to do this. We are trying to crack down on a couple scheduling things. As you saw last week, we kind of went over time, and with the Overwatch finals, as well as a lot of other things, it gets to be pretty tough to schedule everything. So I want to thank everyone for sticking in with us, bearing with us as we are setting up. It is only the second season of Fortnite, and we have changed so much. So again, thank you all for sticking around. We see where it looks like they're kind of just getting together, getting all the information they need to try and make sure to get all that stuff. Gotta get those. It's like I remember, back in last season, gotta get those mats. Just like the three little pigs. You get the wood, you get the bricks, and then the third one is even better because it has metal. And so straws, wood, and bricks, and so on and so forth. And so ideally, we want to get all those good materials ready. And yeah. setting up, getting ready for the next circle. They're all chilling. Chilling. A lot better than maybe what we saw in the past, where for the first game at least, they had some trouble in that they like kind of played a little too aggressively, didn't find the loot that they wanted maybe, and because of it they went down pretty quickly. That can never be a fun thing to do. Like they're getting set up. Make sure to grab all that materials. Let's look quick at what they have in terms of guns and other materials. Looks like they have a lot of green utility stuff. If you're familiar, it goes white, green, blue, purple, gold. And that's the higher you are, the closer to gold you are, the better your gear is gonna be. And so that's what we're gonna want. We're gonna want to make sure that they get to that. Oh, yeah, I see. Swim does have a blue. Chef Yeti does have a blue. It looks like a sniper or a shotgun. Oh, are they fighting here? Might be fighting a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Go back to the quad system here. Like they're just setting up very strategic here. This is what we like to see. Trying to get that gear up to a little bit higher level, make sure they have enough resources to build, have enough potions, healing, keep them alive, and that is what we like to see. And keep them going. Looking at the circle, it looks like they might be playing the edge of the circle possibly, which is going to be in their favor. You know, if you go towards the center of the circle, your likelihood of encountering some other players that are going to be all around you is much higher. Right? If you obviously you can't survive outside of that circle, so you're going to want basically when you're on the edge of the circle, you can say, "Oh, this whole area behind us is going to be open and void of any enemies," and so that's always great to know. And so playing the edge of the circle, however slow it might be, is the best strategic plan for them. So again, we're just looking at the Eagles here because unfortunately, as we are trying to make sure we cut down on time lost, if you saw last week, we had to wait quite a bit for a lot of teams to join, and it looks like the Marvels did have some technical issues somehow, and they weren't able to join the game. And so we are trying to stick to our deadlines and make sure that we can get games in time. We do have another match right after this. And so the silver will be coming up. But don't worry, as you know from last week, we're going to be doing 2 rounds of this Battle Royale. And the best score that each team gets will be the score that they get. And so we saw last week for the Eagles, for example, they placed second on their first match, and they placed first, a lot of eliminations on their second match. And so they only got the points for that second match because that was the better of the 2. And so for the Marvels, Hopefully their second round when they get back in for the next round is going to be a good one. And they'll be able to use the points from that round. And this missed round will not penalize them. We'll look here at Chef YETI in the high ground. Keeping it up. So there's, again, we see on the map there, a little bit closer to see that they are on the edge of the circle, pushing in. Saw the seasons changed, seems like. Like I said, I'm not too versed in the Fortnite lingo. I'm more of an Overwatch guy, as if you follow on the XP Madison stuff. But with that in mind, I mean, if you are interested in casting for us or coaching for us in the Madison area, always happy to get some more people. Make anyone 16 and up. And participate in the XP League. Well, we'll have you participate in the XP League. But if you can't, then we'll love to have you as a coach or a caster. So if you're interested, let us know. Couple comms coming up from Swim. Looks like they're fighting a little NPC here. I'm gonna allow them to get some a little bit more decent loot. We see that primal, I believe, shotgun? Primal rifle? A purple tier, so it's gonna be one less than that gold. Those gold weapons are usually very, very strong. So purple's nothing to scoff at. So let's just do a quick rundown. So we see Swim, but what do we got for Chef YETI? Like he's got some shield fish, I believe. Able to give him a little bit of boost and store shield as opposed to those minis, that's what they call them. Looks like they're able to use this launcher. Looks like they are fighting using that bow. Like they covered up the launcher here to make sure they don't accidentally step on it, and once they step on it, they can edit it and step on it. Looks like they are getting some fight, using this high ground to their advantage. Very well placed and strategy oriented. Like they're sticking together, making sure to not split up and get picked. Is something that we can keep in mind here. So the Eagles are a team of 3, and for the most part, we hope to have teams of 4 across all of the XP League. Now that doesn't happen for all the teams, as you see with the Eagles, but having that one player is a detriment. But as I understand it, is not too much of a detriment. As you saw, the Eagles did end up winning last week. Excuse me. And so a lot can be made up for good, careful planning and strategy. That is what we saw from the Eagles last week. Swim. A little splitting up here, trying to decide where they're going, getting some loot, making sure, I mean, but they have what looks to be Chef YETI up on that high ground, making sure to keep them humble and keep Overwatch, looks like. Well, not the game, watching over, yeah, you know. And with that, we'll see what they can do. They're just on the edge of that circle, so they're ready and poised for the next circle to come in. Looks like they do see a vehicle coming up on them. Trying to get ready in position to fight. Circle we see on the map is starting to close in. And so we'll have to keep an eye on that just a little bit. But they are ready and poised. Those bows that are quite accurate, have the fire arrows, as well as a couple snipers. ClutchMJ got no scope on those snipers, at least. But still, as you see the arc of the aimer, can be quite accurate. And with the fire arrows doing a lot of, I would imagine doing a lot of damage to those wooden structures, can be pretty tough for the enemy to handle. Like they are setting up, kind of taking a calm and collected approach. Love to see it. In the room with them, so I can hear that they are saying, let's wait it out. That is not a bad idea. Well, if we're team is electing to have them jump on us, push on us rather than have us jump on them, we'll have that defender's advantage. I don't know if it's the case in Fortnite, but you know, most games kind of have that defender advantage. Looks like they are pushing down using this flank here. ClutchMJ and Chef YETI are on the ground. See if they're able to make anything happen. So doing a little bit of crafting. Looks like they are doing a lot of damage, getting an elimination as well.
Oh my god, you're so good!
Gets the headshot as well. We do hear Chef YETI kicking butt here, getting a lot of eliminations, getting a lot of damage. Let's zoom in on that. The damage that he put out onto the damage the other team that they're fighting has to box up, and it is on the defense. So the Eagles here are probably on the offense, trying to take advantage of every last damage that they do. They need. They were able to at least force them to use those heals and everything. Breaking the tree, kind of keep a little bit of visibility amongst them. Swim pushing up, using that insane building that he has to quickly get in their face. The MJ as well, pushing up with Swim. Chef YETI taking some damage, getting some duels out. Keeping the low ground, keeping them high. Lots of building going on. Swim is in trouble. See if Chef YETI is on the prowl here. Getting a knock, sounds like. Chef YETI is in trouble. Swim is out, trying to get from the height advantage, using the bow to knock him up. Trying to elevate his play, elevate his position in the high ground to his advantage. A lot is going on here. ClutchMJ And the team is grouped up. No eliminations onto them quite yet.
Nice.
So MJ is getting some damage in.
Last one, last one, last one, last one.
Oh, maybe I have it wrong. I'm just looking at what they have. It looks like ClutchMJ and Jeff YETI are swap position. This is actually
Dang! Let's go!
and they take the victory. You can hear a very excited team taking the victory royale, getting a couple eliminations as well. Amazing game. Holy moly. I missed a lot of it. Really awesome game for the team. We'll be right back as we set up for the next round to see if they can do the same thing again. Be right back. Alrighty, everyone, we're getting right back into the next game. Sorry about that. We're getting ready to set up for that. See what they can do. We're just about trying to get the marbles in to the game here. It looks like they're having a couple issues with getting the stream going. Doing our darndest. And we got into some new folks on the team of the Madison roster, so we're trying to make sure to get everyone as possible. It does look like the Fortnite stream is available. Alrighty. Looks like they're dropping in. Just lagging at all? Oop. Looks like we are about to reset here. Alrighty, sorry folks. We're gonna be right back as we set up. This looks like a lot of teams were having some trouble with some lag issues. So we're gonna try to reset that server, try to make it so that the players have the best chance that they're all. So we're gonna be right back with that. Stick around for just a moment. We'll be right back with that game. we're getting right back into the next game. We're getting right back in to the next game of the Fortnite match. Apologies for the delay. Fortnite will be Fortnite sometimes. Have Alright, looking at it, we do have the Eagles set up for the game. And we also have the Marbles on the other side of town. Amazing. Them. Hexy1X, J-Maker, and Taco Time. Might be familiar with them from last season. Or maybe if you keep an eye on the... the Marble. You'll be interested in that. It looks like they were able to get in for this game, so maybe we'll watch them just a little bit more than the Eagles. But for now, see them dropping in. We see the Eagles here: Swim, ClutchMJ, and Chef YETI. I did fix the names for you Eagles fans out there, so it is correct at this point. And yes, excited to get into this. Okay, they're all in the bus, getting ready to drop out. See the Hexy1X and J-Maker dropping out already. But it looks like Taco Time is electing to stay in for some reason. Maybe having some technical issues. Oh, it looks like they are trying to get to a certain point, and Taco Time judged it a little differently than they did, and wants to come at a different angle. We'll see how they can do there. Righty. It looks like they are dropping off at some edge of the map. I'm not too familiar with these Fortnite maps, so you have to bear with me there. At the Eagles, though, it looks like they probably set up somewhere completely different than the Marvel, so this is probably ideal situation where we do want... It's good to see all the teams grouping together, well, fighting along, but the Marvels versus the Eagles went really quickly. You know, as we saw with the last game, we ideally want to make sure that the they kind of play safe a little bit in the beginning. We saw how that really worked out well for the Eagles. And so it's the same kind of thing for the Marvels. Like they are setting up for that. Let's see. Hexy1X, J-Maker, and Taco Time. Like they are, flipping the truck there for J-Maker, unfortunately. Trying to get out. Oh wow, magical flip. Such is the way of the game. So they're driving around off the edge of the map there. They are outside of the circle. But if we look here at the Eagles, it looks like they are possibly in the circle here. Sorry about that. It looks like it's always hectic here at Madison. The silver players are coming in. getting ready for the next match. So I'll remind everyone that there will be a silver match right after this. Ideally, you want to start at 4:10, but we'll see how it goes. We'll definitely see how it goes. And with that, Hexy, Aqua Time in cars, kind of split off from the rest of the team. Not able to, but with the car, they're able to move pretty fast. Like they are grouped up finally, trying to get this slurp. There you go. So they break that car, able to give them a lot of field and be ready for any fight. Giving them that extra 200 health, or giving them an extra 100 health, giving them up to 200. Very strong. Check in with the Eagles. It looks like they are in some swampy swamp. Swampy swamp. And so we see Swim, ClutchMJ, and Chef YETI around. Over to crafting as well. As you are familiar with, I'm sure by now, going to be a lot of setup. Possibility of a fight, because that's the strategy right here, right? Fortnite, as much as Fortnite is not entirely set up for esports, had to jerry-rig a couple things. But we can still think of it strategically. We can still come out and try to win games in the competitive spirit. And because of that, I'm going to play that strategy. And that strategy in the first part of the game is to build up, plan, get together, get the materials. It looks, oh, unfortunately, we do see on the corner of my eye, the marbles are in a fight here. J-Maker does go down. Goes full dead, actually, and Hexy's close behind. Aqua Time does turtle box up, is in a bad way, though, as they come in, and unfortunately, the marbles do go down to that fight. Placing 11th. Nothing to scoff at. Unfortunately, it looks like the marbles played a little bit too aggressive, and because of that, kind of left them in a bad way. Fortunately, sorry if I missed any of that. Track of a lot. We are, this is that battle royale format. Everything's happening all at once, and we cannot ever where it ends up. And so the marbles do go eliminated, and they did get this one round. So it does look like that round is going to be what they get. They gave it their all, but in the end, placing 11th. I don't know if they got any eliminations. If you're unfamiliar, I'll just give you a quick recap that the points, how it works, is you get a certain number of points based on your placement. So, place first or second, you're going to get some good amount of points. I think last week it was 10 points for first, and 7, 7, 7, 5, 5, 4, and then so on and so forth. You also get 1 point for each elimination, and so there are a couple different strategies with that in mind, right? You could play a very aggressive game, try to get as many eliminations as possible. Who cares what you place? But as far as I can tell, better strategy is to just play for the top position. 10 points, that's 10 eliminations, right? So finding 10 eliminations and not getting first, it's going to be pretty difficult, right? That's just under 3 teams to have to eliminate. That's nothing to scoff at. So ideally, players are probably going to be wanting to get that combination of both, right? They want to get those eliminations and they want to get top player. So that's the other thing too, is we take the best points out of either game. So strategically thinking about it, right? If 2 different teams place first on either game, both teams are going to get that top slot points. So that's what we saw last week with the Eagles, where the Eagles did place first for one of the games, but placed second for the others. So 2 teams got first place points. So it's very, and it could be very strategic to try to just win every single game and deny the other teams from even getting the first place points. And so if both the Eagles, for example, take first both times around, that's going to mean that the other teams aren't able to get those first points. And regardless of how many eliminations they're getting, they're denying 10 free points. And I say 10 points as a concrete example, but we are also doing a system where the points ramp up as the season goes further. We're on week 3, and so last week we saw that the first place got 10 points. It is possible that the top team gets 11 points or 12 points instead, because we want to make sure that there is a slight catch-up mechanic for players that or teams that might not have done so well in the early stages. We see that a lot with the XP League, that teams that are new, that are unfamiliar with each other, sometimes new to the game, don't do as well, but in the end, they grow a lot, learn to know each other, everything. That is where they start winning games, and you know that needs to be rewarded. If they still are getting they're playing really well by the end of the season, they still deserve those points for the beginning of the season. They're going to make up for it. And some of this is a little enigmatic. We do have a whole system involved. Here at the XP League, we make sure that the top dogs are keeping track of it, making sure that it is all fair, all coordinating with each other. Doing our darndest, that's for sure. Always here for a good time. Not much going on here, which, sounds like a bad thing. Not much going on. We're not getting kills. We're not getting anything. But that, as I've been kind of saying, and I want to keep hitting that home, this is the strategy, right? To play it safe, make sure that you have better gear. Really think about it like having that better gear. Just you have 4 gold weapons, and your team 4 gold weapons and some health kits and some minis. You're just to be that much better than a team that only has maybe a green gun and a couple minis. That's gonna mean that you have the numbers advantage, right? And having 4 players, 3 players that all are kitted out, that's just multiplicative almost at that point. Does look like the team is setting up for a possible aggression here. So they are seeing some players, but they are playing it safe, playing it a little sneaky. They see, oh, there we go. We see the players right there, playing on the edge of the circle. Maybe the other team doesn't see them quite yet. But they're playing it safe. Gonna get the drop on them when their pants are down, maybe. Opening the line of sight as well. Looking at the good point there, we have 21 players left, down from 22. So they're going to try to play it and have the other teams aggress on themselves, aggress on each other first, maybe. And then once they do, they're going to come in for the vulture kill and strategy. That's what's going to make the difference here. This is the gold level. Pulling out all the stops. It's week 3. It's a 9-week season. We're already a third of the way into the season. So it's first matches are gonna make a difference. We're gonna make it so that in the end, racking up these points in the beginning, if the Eagles get so many points that it's hard for the next team to really come back from that. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Like they are setting up. We'll go back to the full view here. They are setting up for possible aggression, possible fighting. How many players are left? Let's quick look at what Swim is. Swim is swimming. Oh. Alright, so as we last saw, we saw it was 21. Now we're down to 15. That's a whole team that went down. 15 players remain, or maybe 14. It's hard to read from my smaller screen. At any rate, playing it safe, playing the edge of that circle, keeping it strong, keep it together as well. That crouch allows them to just a little bit to get ready. Apologies there. Using the bushes as cover. You know, that's something that you have to be careful about though. As we can kind of see, ClutchMJ might have a little bit more higher graphics. It's got a couple shadows in there, whereas Swim and Chef YETI don't have as much graphical. And sometimes that can be a benefit. The foliage does not render as much in lower graphics qualities, and so it can be beneficial for players to turn their graphics qualities lower. I know that is, and I'm not a Fortnite guy, but I know that was kind of the case. That was kind of the case in PUBG. If you heard in the background there, we see Swim getting a legendary flame bow, that gold bow. Did see the bow is kind of a new thing this season for Fortnite, and has proven to be pretty tough, right? You don't get the scope, but you still get a very accurate lob and put lots of different effects onto those arrows. And this one, a flame bow, able to probably do a dot damage over time, as well as probably doing a lot of damage to structures. It sound like they do see some players, so they're going to be aiming up this ramp, looking for some players. We see Chef YETI on the flank. I don't know if you can hear them in the background. They are electing to play it safe. You see the guys, see ClutchMJ aiming down. So they're getting ready to possibly aggress on them. Looking to use that bow. And use that bow to possibly shoot out the bush. That visibility. They're hiding in the bush. Those other teams. Playing it safe, playing the circle. That circle is low. 11 players remaining. -3. So, what's the math on that? 8 players. So that's 2 different teams remaining. They are all playing very safe, it sounds like. So, all of them kind of holding a gun to each other's head, playing the high noon. Who is going to make the first move? Marvels are playing it safe. I know. In the bush. It's Bear Grylls here. The little tamed eagles are in the bush. They're fighting. Oh wait, ooh, they're playing so safely. That takes a lot of restriction. They're fighting each other. They are hidden very well. They're playing it very safe. Watching the fight out. They don't want to initiate anything because they want to wait until the victor is done and thinks that they're safe. Thinks that they need to heal. Finishing off. So we'll see what they got. Swim gets a little bit of a now they're pushing. MJ gets a quick knock onto the team. Gets an elimination onto the Falls Church. Now they see where they have the advantage here. They know where all the teams are. Where all the teams are. He swim outside of the circle, trying to build, trying to keep himself alive. ClutchMJ going up onto the high ground, using that building. Push up. Chef YETI on the ground with Swim, trying to keep together, keep the team together, keep them, try to keep them safe. They do end up grouping up again. Looking at the team, there's only one. It's them and one other team remaining. Playing on that storm, they have to make something happen here. That building. Back to the quad here. They are on the edge of the circle, taking a little bit of damage from that very small, shrinking circle. It is getting very close to a fight here. They're regrouping, trying to save themselves, going out, finding where the enemy are. I don't know where they ended up. They might know more than I, as they might be able to hear where they are at. A peek. That is a peek. Push through. There is a crate as well. Strategic to get in that crate, because the crates usually have a lot of good materials, and if they can use that to their advantage, at the very least, deny the materials, deny the weapons for the other team, that's going to be pretty big. Again, looking at the amount of players remaining, it is only one team left. It is getting nerve-wracking. As I said, if the Eagles can take first, it's going to deny them points. Everyone is doing a lot of damage. To see Swim pushing and getting some damage, damaging that building. They have the invasion. ClutchMJ getting an elimination off. With how many players remaining, we see Swim pushing up. Let's see what he can do. Chef YETI is with him, trying to push up. Swim's collecting that loot. What's Chef YETI got? Chef YETI is pushing up, using the building to get higher. They don't see them. Finally, they're in the box, it sounds like. On Swim. Fighting all around. Let's go back to that quad, get a bit more visual here. Swim is in the thick of it. ClutchMJ is on the top of it. Chef YETI's on the bottom of it. Doing a pincer maneuver here a little bit. Doing a lot of damage. And with that, the Eagles take the victory. We're denying victory again from the other gold teams. Dang. Dang. That's all I got to say about that. Dang. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. And set up for the silver game. So stick around for that. Be right back. Alrighty, just to clue you guys in, the silver team, unfortunately, looks like both silver teams were not able to make it that transition. Um, Uh, looks like we're trying to set up for the Marvel Silver, but it doesn't look like they're able to do that. Let's check in on them. Looks like they're not live, so we're not able to get their stream. But in the end, we're gonna try to hang on. Sorry about that. We're gonna clue everyone in. So it looks like neither of the silver teams were able to get into the game, and so we're gonna. Oh, never mind. It looks like the Marvels were able to get in. Marvels were able to. The Eagles were not, and so we're hopefully going to be able to get the next information from that. And so we'll see what they got here. The Magic Cat, Swabby, and Case Cat, and Mr. Sporty on the prowl. Like they are playing, but Mr. Sporty is in a bad way. Looks like the teams are using Mr. Sporty's knocked down body as a bait. So Magic Cat and Case Cat. Or maybe no, it looks like Magic Cat and Case Cat are both the same cat. And so it looks like we were spectating. Not sure who. It looks like Case Cat is the one that's alive. So we have Swabby and Case Cat. Oh, man, not even. It looks like it's just Case Cat. Case Cat's the only one alive, it looks like. We were able to get visual of Case Cat, but I'm not able to control that here. But we get a kaleidoscope of Case Cats, and it looks like Case Cat does go down. And so with that, it's going to be the end of the Marvel Silver first round. We're going to try to go. We're going to be ready for the next round here as they get going. And so we'll be ready for that once it is live. So placed 11th, we can kind of guesstimate here where that's going to put the teams. And with that, let's see how it goes. Stick around for that. Getting better every week, I can guarantee you there. So thank you all for sticking around. Thank you all for bearing with us as we kind of go through some of these issues. The second season, and basically is the first season because of how much we've changed, how much we've adapted, and because of it comes with a lot of new issues. So again, thank you all for sticking around, bearing with us as we set up. Then we'll be back in a bit. Alright, hello folks. We're about ready to get into the second round of the silver matchup for the Fortnite Battle Royale. We're just about ready to go in. And so we did get the silver. We got the... Looks like both teams, Marvels and the Eagles, are ready to go. Going to be an exciting match. As it is with the gold team, they're going to take the best of the two matches. So obviously the Eagles did not get a first match, unfortunately, but that's not going to penalize them. And if the Marvels plays better than 11th and get a couple more eliminations, maybe they're going to be able to take that point for their team. I'm going to encourage all current players. You can actually keep track of where the teams are on the league spot. So if you are a parent of a player, you should be familiar with the league spot because we all had everyone sign up, and so you'll be able to follow along, see what the points are for each of the teams, and get that going. So be ready for that. Alrighty, everyone, we are getting right into the next and final match of the silver versus the. Not the first is. Oh man, I'm used to Overwatch. Nah, it's just the silver battle royale here. So we'll see how they go. As we get into the battle royale. What's up? Oh yeah, boy, we're streaming. So we'll see what they can do. We see the Marvels also getting in, it looks like. Like everyone is ready to go. Ready? Let's get ready to rumble here at XPL Madison, the Fortnite division here at Silver. We're on week 3. So looking forward to that. Well, while I have you here, I just wanna, let you know about some of the things that we're doing here. Uh, Maybe you heard of it. If you're in the Madison area, we got the Madison Area Youth Esports Championship coming up soon. This is an opportunity for players, or maybe not current players, to get a piece of that regional action and participate with us, playing against other teams at the top, or one of the top levels that we can offer, the regional division. And so if you're interested in either Fortnite or Overwatch, and you maybe don't want to sign up for a season, want to get the mini version of what's going on, you're welcome to join us for the tryouts this Sunday. That's tomorrow at 2 to 5 at either our Edgewood or Madison Sun Prairie locations in Code Ninja. And if you once you're done with the tryout, we can see you at the tournament on Sunday, May 16th. Whatever Sunday that is, I keep getting the dates wrong, but it's May 16th, I believe. And that's going to be the same time, 2 to 5. We're going to have our Madison teams duke it out, and that's going to be kind of like a tryout for the regional teams with that. After that tournament, after what we're calling MIAC, the Madison Area Youth Esports Championship, we will be able to make some teams based on that game. We're going to call them our regional all-star teams, and with that, that is going to be what we send to regionals. So pretty exciting altogether. A little confusing, just because of how it is. Lots of words being tossed around, that's for sure. And so if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Get us in contact with MadisonWI at xpleague.gg is our email. Looking forward to having everyone out there. A really great opportunity to just get in some competitive games, as well as get an opportunity to go to regionals for lots of people. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a really fun day, really fun Sunday. Actually, it's going to be a really crazy weekend, don't you think? Right, we got the games today. We got the IAC tournament or tryouts tomorrow. Pretty nutso, if you say so myself. And so let's just quick look at, we got this, been looking at the Eagles here. MJ King, LMJ King, and Link Boss 25. Over on the other side, we have the Marvels. Magic Cat, Swabby, Case Cat, and Mr. Sporty. Money Sporty. And so that's what we got here for you. Looking forward to some awesome games as we sign with the gold teams, as I've been hitting home, as I'm casting here. Fortnite. Beginning stages are pretty slow. Pretty much trying to set up as much as possible. And get all that gear, get all those resources, get those potions. Potions like, Slurp Juice, I think is what it's called. Slurp Juice. As well as those health kits. Let's see a quick look over at the Eagles here. They're fishing. That's another way to get some material, as the fish can come in health kit varieties or potion varieties. But as I say that, it looks like the Marvels are in a quick fight as someone comes in driving, gets shaken down. trying to find the team, but looks like Swabby is on it. Swabby is coming in. Oop, I apologize. I tried to switch to the Swabby vision, but I can't. Swabby gets the elimination, gets the quick knockdown, finds another one. Looks. In the meantime, it does look like as the Marvels are attacking, I can hear in the background the Eagles are also going nutso, trying to get some attacking in there as well. See what that is. This looks like Swabby does go down to possibly a wolf. Looks like a comb. Able to eliminate them. It looks like Magic Cat, maybe? No, not Magic Cat. Case Cat, possibly? Yeah, Case Cat. Able to survive. And get the res off on the Magic Cat. So there was quite a scuffle that left all but Case Cat alive. So ideally, the Marvel Silver are going to want to regroup. It looks like maybe they weren't as grouped up as maybe they hoped to be. And it looks like Swabby is, not Swabby, Case Cat is pushing in, trying to get some eliminations, get those respawn codes. Looks like he does find the respawn code, but it has to eliminate the other teams before he can safely get his teammates back. Does find the elimination on from Case Cat. Magic Cat is in trouble though. Case Cat finds the shakedown and is trying to jump around, but unfortunately goes down. And while that's all happening, it's not done exciting. We still have the Eagles in a fight as well. Everything goes nutso. They are in a fight. Ultimately, the Marvels did place 14th, unfortunately. Sounds like we got some players out ammo, so it's gonna be tough. That's why they need those resources. So there's a shark coming in, kind of denying them the free reign. Link boss. Using some kind of mortar? Unfamiliar. Looks like they are setting up. So this shark is a land shark now. Getting beached. Oh. The poor environment. They're abusing this poor shark. Oh, man. That poor shark is murdered by these Fortnite folks. Nah, I'm just kidding. That was an angry shark. It was trying to kill them. So it dropped loot too. So I mean, you know, video game logic. I think this is like they're healing up, using the fire to survive here. Ooh, and using a pepper maybe to be able to run really fast. Looking at LMG King going around here. Oops, this is not ClutchMJ. That's from last match, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Not ClutchMJ. That is looking at it is a LMG King. Don't know if I'm able to fix it quickly. Everyone's fighting along. I believe. Sorry about that. We got a lot going on. We got Rocket League, we got Fortnite, we got Overwatch, we got all these things. It's nutso here. But it looks like the Eagles team is setting up a little bit here, trying to make sure to get ready and rumble. Alright, apologies there, folks. Switch their games. So now we see this is MJ. This is LMG. Blank Boss. Making sure to keep them together. Here we go. Alrighty, everyone. That is going to be it for you. Saw the last elimination there. Apologies for being absent a little bit. It's always crazy. We've got lots of games. We got Rocket League going coming up right very quickly. It's going to be the Eagles versus the Tsunami, so be ready for that on the Rocket League channel. We'll see you then.